Hello, my lion cubs! Welcome to a really weird edition of something I would like to call my personal opinion, or the lion gossip. Well, recently I've been playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch. And I have a theory of sorts. Well, it's more of a tie-in to the link to the timeline that has been established by another YouTuber, and how it connects to the Breath of the Wild timeline. Now, as he said, from Skyward Sword, it goes into another game to where it breaks off into 3 different timelines. The one where Ganon wins, and the 2 Link ones. Now, in the 2 Link ones, he's been consistently turning back Ganon, no matter what, right? He still has the Skyward Sword in each of these ones, right? So, my question is, also, the Breath of the Wild has the same sword as all of them, right? The Skyward Sword, right? It was known in the Skyward series to absorb lightning and use it as more power for that sword, right? Hang on. I'm going to get to that too, because that's going to make you guys mad. Or me, in the first sense. In the third one, Ganon wins. Kills Link, and Ganon wins. Here's the crazy part about that. No one knows how the Breath of the Wild ties into any timeline. However, I have a theory about that. The next game the Zelda creators are going to create is going to be part of the one where Ganon wins, where they find a way to resurrect Link. Interested? Now, we all know, in the beginning of the Breath of the Wild, he wakes up in the Shrine of Resurrection. However, in none of the other Zelda timelines is there a Shrine of Resurrection. So, where does that come in? That's where they're going. In the game to come after they created the whole Link's Awakening thing, they're going to create the timeline where they resurrect Link, where he beats Ganon this time, and makes a full circle and ties into the other timelines, right? That ties into every timeline in the young and old Link timelines. If he gets resurrected and beats Ganon, it's basically going to reset that timeline and him either choose to be old or young. So, here's the thing. The Shrine of Resurrection is going to be in the next one, right? For Ganon winning part, to resurrect Link to fight Ganon again and defeat him this time. So that's what's going to happen. When that happens, again, it's going to be full circle. And that's where it ties in to the Breath of the Wild series. With that Shrine of Resurrection in that place, it will tie in to every other timeline and transpire throughout. However, they're not going to make a remake of any of the other ones. Right? So, they're going to keep the existing timelines intact, but only create one alternative, one thing to resurrect Link to make sure he wins Ganon. Using the sword that can absorb lightning. Now, on the subject of that Master Sword absorbing lightning, in the Breath of the Wild series, it's the same sword as any other Master Sword in this timeline. It can absorb lightning that is created, right? Demise created lightning. Link literally jumped up in the air in the Skyward Sword series in that timeline, which ties into every other timeline, jumps up, absorbs lightning, and strikes down Demise. The first Ganon, right? Now, in the Breath of the Wild series, it doesn't absorb lightning. It attracts lightning and kills you. What the actual fuck? Sorry for the language, but what the actual F? This sword was originally made to absorb lightning and use it as a weapon to increase its power. So how in the bloody F did it not do that in the Breath of the Wild series? In that timeline, did the power of the sword go away? We do not know, but we do know Fi is in there. Based on a cutscene in the Breath of the Wild series, where Fi talks to Zelda. Only Zelda. How? The same way she did when she said goodbye in Skyward Sword. Now, how in the actual F did she lose the power to absorb lightning? Answer me that question down in the comments below. Like this video if you like this kind of stuff. And definitely subscribe. I've been Jade Lion Sin of Pride. And you've been on Lion Gossip.